As the situation in Manipur continues to simmer, the Supreme Court today heard a set of petitions regarding the violence in Manipur and the need for the government and the courts to step in. The court has asked for a status report from the state of Manipur regarding what are the steps that have been taken to resolve the situation, even as the center and the states have said that several steps have been taken. Multiple companies of CAPFs as well as army have been deployed, and the situation, according to the government, is slowly normalizing, where curfews have been relaxed over the last 2 days without any untoward incident. But of course, the court has raised concerns regarding the rehabilitation camps and relief camps and has said that there must be ensured that all persons who've been displaced are given proper facilities. What is also very important is the fact that the court has questioned the Manipur High Court's decision, where it had recommended to the state that they must take a decision to recommend Meiteis to be included as scheduled tribes. The Chief Justice very clearly pointing out that this was not within the power of the High Court, but since the government is taking steps to correct the issue, they will not be commenting on this matter at this stage. We're speaking to Advocate Meitei, who's appearing in the court for the petitioners. Ma'am, a lot of things have happened today. Could you tell us what are the main points that have come out after this hearing today?
We have filed a petition for the tribal groups and for the evacuation of the tribal groups, for medication and the reliefs for the tribal people who are critically ill and who have been injured during the violent clashes. And on that, we are very grateful that the Solicitor General has taken the matter and assured the court that there are 5 to 7 points which has been listed by the Solicitor General, that the curfews are being relaxed, there have been camps that are being set up, and all the necessary facilities will be taken care by the government, and they are working on it, as well as the additional affidavit that was filed on behalf of the petitioner, which stated the several incidents that took place even after filing a petition. The court has ordered that will also be taken into account by the government, and the issues that are raised in the petition as well will be taken care of by the government, and they'll do the needful on that particular suggestions as well. And with regards to the High Court order, which recommended that state government should recommend the particular community for the for the scheduled tribes, on that the oral comments have been made by the court, and they said that the court has no business, because there are 5 Supreme Court judgments which clearly said that the purview of notifying a certain tribe or a certain caste in a list is only the prerogative of the parliament, and High Court could not have passed such an order. However, the Solicitor General has given a statement in the court that they are working out at that level with regards to be done in that. So no remark or no order has been passed with regards, but court has made very clear that in a situation like this, the High Court has no role to play, that they will recommend for any particular tribe to be recommended by a state government in a speculated time period.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. The next hearing is now on the 17th of May. What exactly has to be done by the government in that time? What is the status report that has been called for?
The court has asked the government to look into all the affidavits and all the petitions that have been filed by the petitioner and the issues raised in that petition, and government has to give a report before the court that what are the steps for the relief that has been taken for the entire state, not just one particular community, however for the entire state, and what is the situation on ground that has to be reported in 10 days. That is what the court has ordered.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We were speaking to one of the lawyers for the petitioners, Advocate Meitei, who's pointed out what the court has said, and very clearly the Supreme Court saying that our prime concern at this stage is to ensure peace and to ensure rehabilitation and rescue of the persons who've been affected, and that the state of Manipur, which is currently simmering in violence, should be brought back to normalcy. We're speaking now to the advocate for the Meitei Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee, Advocate Henry Anantham. Sir, what you were a creator in this matter in the Supreme Court.
Yes.
The court has, however, said that the Manipur High Court could not have passed this order asking the state to recommend a particular community for reservation, because reservation is only the prerogative of the president. How do you see this development?
No, I will reply to that in a very little different way.
Mm-hmm.
See, you have to understand, Supreme Court has not issued any official notice in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because, yes, initially the honorable judges put this query, but the High Court order is a very innocuous one. High Court order didn't say give them SC status.
Okay.
High Court order simply says that in 2013, the central government has sent a communique to the state government saying that if there is a representation or some kind of application for inclusion of Meitei community into the ST category, please forward it.
Okay.
The High Court simply says if there is one, simply forward it. High Court doesn't say that you have to give this ST category to the Meitei people right now, because that is not the domain of the High Court. And the High Court knows it also. And when we explain it to the Honorable Supreme Court understood it, and that's why they have not issued notice. They have simply asked for a status report so that in the ground the situation cools down and everything returns back to normalcy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at this moment, the government has also said that a lot of steps have been taken. Paramilitary forces, army, all have been deployed. What were your demands in your petition before the Supreme Court? What have you come to Supreme Court for?
We are the caveators. We have not filed the petitions.
Mm-hmm.
2 special petitions have been filed with regard to the High Court order directing the state government to send recommendation.
Okay.
And 1 PIL has been filed by one unregistered tribal forum, Manipur Tribal Forum, Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
That PIL is a very one-sided petition where they are seeking a special investigation team to conduct inquiry.
And court has issued notice on this, right?
No, court has not issued notice because court understands. We have been, we were able to convince the Honorable Court that there is a story apart from the one-sided picture that has been put forth in the PIL.
Okay.
So when we also...
So what exactly has the court asked for now? They've asked for a status report on what the steps are being taken on the ground.
When the learned Solicitor General appearing for the central government and the state governments stated that many steps have been taken to provide medical relief, humanitarian relief, food, whatever, then evacuations. Then the Honorable Supreme Court said, and we also prayed before the court that let no order be passed in these cases because situation is not back to the absolute normal.
Okay.
So whatever order is passed might have a negative impact.
So one thing is, Senior Advocate Sanjay Hegde appearing for the Meitei groups has also made certain submissions about violence against the Meiteis. Can you
Yes, exactly.
What exactly is happening on the ground there?
Yes, exactly. All I can say is there has been violence on both sides, destruction on both sides. But I may add there are video evidence, there are photographic evidence. There are many evidence which points that the crisis has been instigated by a certain community. I don't want to name it, but it has nothing to do with Meitei community because there has been no provocation from our side.
Okay.
That is why today we made a chart and we have circulated among the press also that there is a chart which shows that equally or more there are destructions, loss of life, destruction
On
of
both sides.
temples, on both sides, more on the Meitei sides.
Okay.
And now
The court has also passed certain directions to ensure that religious structure and people are both protected.
Thank you for pointing that out, because that order is not confined to the PIL petitioners. It is for both the communities.
Okay, sir.
So it is not confined to all.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
We
you,
were speaking to the counsel for the Meitei community in the Supreme Court. Some members of the community have also come to the Supreme Court, even as the bench has asked for a detailed status report from the government on what exactly is happening on the ground. The government has said that the situation is being brought under control for the moment. Or the hearing in the court now will be on the 17th of May. In New Delhi, this is Anisha Mathur for India Today.